Welcome to the Stoic Tide. What if I told you most of your problems don't come from the world, but from the way you react to it? A careless word can ignite a firestorm. A single look of contempt can ruin an entire day. One impulsive email can haunt you for weeks. Modern psychology confirms this. Almost 90% of our daily decisions are driven not by reason, but by emotion. And more than 2,000 years ago, Marcus Aurelius already warned us. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. Think about that. Strength is not in how fast you react. It's in the rare ability to choose when not to react. In an age of constant noise, endless notifications, and emotional traps at every corner, this is not weakness. It's the ultimate power. It's the heart of Stoicism. So, if you're ready to build the kind of calm that no chaos can break, stay with me until the end of this video. And if you find value here, consider subscribing so you never miss the next lesson that could change the way you live. Rule number 1, the sacred pause, your first shield. Seneca once said, "The greatest remedy for anger is delay." Think about that delay. Just a pause, a moment of stillness, not an hour, not even a minute. Sometimes just a few seconds. And yet those seconds can save a marriage. They can preserve a friendship. They can stop a careless financial decision that would take years to undo. Modern life makes us believe that speed is strength. Quick replies, instant reactions, fast judgments. But speed without wisdom is just chaos in motion. The pause is not weakness. It is the hidden shield of the strong. Imagine this. A business leader wakes up to devastating news. Stocks plummet. Headlines attack. Social media explodes. One leader, untrained, reacts instantly. Defensive words. Angry statements, decisions made in fear. The result, trust collapses, the damage multiplies. But another leader takes the pause. He steps back. He breathes. He consults his advisors. And when he finally speaks, his words carry calm, precision, and clarity. The difference isn't intelligence. It's the pause. The pause is what restores confidence. The pause is what saves the day. So how do we practice it? The Stoics gave us something simple, the rule of 3 breaths. When your blood rises, when your chest tightens, when you feel the urge to strike back, stop. Inhale deeply, hold it. Exhale slowly again, and one more time. By the 3rd breath, the fire has cooled and the fog begins to lift. Your nervous system resets, and your reason finally has room to speak. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself daily, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. The pause is the moment you take back that estimate. It's the instant you reclaim authorship of your own mind. So remember, the pause is not silence, it is power. It is not retreat, it is preparation. And every time you choose the pause, you are choosing wisdom over impulse, freedom over slavery, and strength over chaos. Rule number 2, the mirror of truth. What your reactions reveal about you. Every reaction is a reflection, a mirror showing you the state of your inner world. When someone presses your buttons, it's not really the button that matters. It's what lies beneath. The Stoics understood this well. Epictetus taught, when someone provokes you, be sure it is your own opinion which provokes you. It is not the insult itself that hurts. It is the story you tell yourself about that insult. If anger consumes you, it means pride still rules you. If rejection destroys you, it means your sense of worth is too fragile. If delays make you restless, perhaps patience has not yet been cultivated. Think of every reaction as a signal, a flare shot into the night sky, pointing to the wound within. Most people ignore these signals. They blame others. They made me angry. They ruined my day. They pushed me too far. But the Stoic path flips the question inward. Why did I give them that power? Here's the shift. Instead of being ashamed of your reactions, you study them. Each emotional surge becomes a teacher. Anger says your ego is too loud. Fear whispers, your trust in yourself is too small. Sadness reveals something you value is unguarded. These aren't curses. They are invitations. Invitations to grow. So the next time you feel provoked, don't rush to fight back. Ask yourself 3 questions. What exactly am I feeling right now? Why am I feeling it? And what truth about me does this reaction reveal? Imagine this in practice. Someone calls you a liar. If you know you've been honest, you shrug it off. But if the word burns inside you, maybe it's because dishonesty once lived in your past, or because your reputation means more to you than your truth. The insult is just a mirror, and the mirror shows the work you still need to do. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, if someone can show me that what I think or do is not right, I will gladly change, for I seek the truth. He didn't see correction as an attack. He saw it as feedback, as a chance to refine his soul. Your reactions are your responsibility, and responsibility is freedom. Because once you see your reactions as mirrors, the world is no longer your enemy. Every insult becomes feedback. Every delay becomes training. Every conflict becomes a classroom. The mirror of truth may not always flatter you, but it will always free you. Rule number 3, the fortress of inner peace. Building unshakable strength. Most people search for peace in fragile places. They build it on money, on recognition, on comfort, on control. But what happens when the money dries up? When the praise stops, when comfort is taken away, their peace crumbles. The Stoics taught us a better way. Peace must not be borrowed from the outside. It must be built like a fortress within yourself, walls of stone that no storm can break. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "People seek retreats in the country, by the sea, in the mountains, but you can find retreat at any moment within yourself. That retreat is the fortress, not an escape from life, but a stronghold inside the mind where calm cannot be stolen." Think of it this way. A storm pounds against the walls of a great castle. The wind howls, the waves crash, but inside the fire still burns. The people are safe. The walls hold. Your mind can be that castle, but only if you choose to build it on what cannot be taken. Your values, your clarity, your self-control. So how do we build it? First, discipline of thought. Guard your attention. What you dwell on shapes who you become. Stop feeding your mind with outrage and gossip. Feed it with wisdom, reflection, and action. Second, mastery of desire. The less you need, the less anyone can take from you. True wealth is not in having much, but in needing little. Third, courage in adversity. Peace does not mean the absence of fear. It means the presence of strength. Choosing courage over panic is how you reinforce the walls of your fortress. Imagine someone insults you. If your peace depends on their respect, the wall crumbles. But if your peace rests on your dignity and your self-control, their words bounce off like arrows against stone. Imagine losing wealth or status. If your calm depends on them, you will collapse. But if your calm rests on principles, no loss can touch it. Epictetus said it clearly. No man is free who is not master of himself. Mastery of yourself is the strongest defense. It is freedom. It is peace that no tyrant, no critic, no storm can take away. So build your fortress each day. Train your mind like a soldier before battle. Guard it as you would guard the gates of a city. Because when the storm comes, and it will, your peace will not be shattered. You will stand unbroken because your fortress is within. Rule number 4, emotional aikido. Redirecting instead of resisting. When most people think of strength, they imagine resistance, fighting back, pushing harder, meeting force with force. But the Stoics, like the masters of martial arts, knew a deeper truth. Real strength is not always found in resistance. Sometimes it is found in redirection. The goal is not to clash with the attacker head-on. The goal is to use their energy, to flow with it, to turn it into balance. The same principle applies to our emotions. Anger, fear, sadness. These are not enemies to be crushed. They are forces to be redirected. Think of anger. Left unchecked, it destroys relationships, poisons judgment, and burns the soul from within. But anger redirected can become courage. It can become determination to fight for justice or persistence to achieve a worthy goal. Fear too can paralyze us, but fear redirected becomes preparation. It sharpens the senses. It makes us ready. Even sadness, when embraced, can transform into compassion, into empathy that connects us more deeply with others. Seneca reminded us we are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. This means the raw energy of emotion is not destructive by itself. It becomes destructive only when left without guidance. First, name the emotion clearly. Say to yourself, this is anger, this is fear, this is grief. Naming takes away part of its grip. Second, feel the energy beneath it. Anger feels like fire. Fear feels like tension. Sadness feels like weight. Notice where it lives in your body. Third, redirect that energy towards something useful. Turn anger into fuel for self-improvement. Turn fear into a checklist for preparation. Turn sadness into kindness for someone else who is hurting. This is not suppression. Suppression only makes emotions grow stronger in the shadows. This is transformation. Nothing is wasted. Even pain becomes power. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." That is redirection, refusing to mirror the negativity of others and instead using the moment to rise above. Think of water. Water does not resist the rock. It flows around it. Over time, it shapes even the hardest stone. So too can you shape your life if you learn to redirect your emotions instead of fighting them. Emotional aikido is the art of turning every feeling into strength. It is stoicism in motion. It is how you stop being a victim of emotion and start becoming its master. Rule number 5, the Phoenix Principle. Rising stronger from every fall. Life will break you. That is not pessimism. It is reality. There will be betrayals. There will be losses. There will be failures that shake you to your core. But what defines you is not the breaking. It is what you choose to do afterward. The Stoics saw adversity not as a curse, but as a forge. Hardship is the fire, and you are the iron placed in the flames struck by the hammer. You can emerge sharper, stronger, more resilient if you choose to rise. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The obstacle is not the end of the road. The obstacle is the road. Think about your hardest moment. The day you thought you couldn't go on. The night when grief seemed unbearable. And yet here you are breathing, listening, alive. That survival is proof that resilience already lives within you. Now imagine if you didn't just survive but rose stronger because of it. That is the phoenix principle. The phoenix is a mythic bird that burns, turns to ashes, and then rises again renewed. This is not just a story. It is a metaphor for the Stoic path. Pain is not wasted. Suffering is not meaningless. Every scar tells a story of healing. Every fall creates the ground for rebirth. So how do you practice it? First, acceptance. Do not resist reality. Do not waste strength wishing things were different. Accept what island. Second, meaning ask yourself, what can this teach me? How can I grow from this? The moment you give pain a purpose, it stops being just pain. It becomes fuel. Third, rebuilding. Do not return to who you were before. Rise as something stronger, wiser, freer. Seneca wrote, fire tests gold. Adversity tests men. The fire may burn, but it also purifies. It clears away what is weak so that what is strong can remain. This principle does not erase sorrow. The Stoics grieved too. Marcus Aurelius mourned the loss of his children. Seneca wrote openly of his pain, but they chose to transform grief into wisdom, weakness into strength, endings into beginnings. So remember, you are not fragile glass. You are fire-forged steel. You are the phoenix. Every obstacle, every fall, every heartbreak is not the end. It is the beginning of your next rise. Conclusion. Noting does not mean indifference. It means choosing your response with intention. The Stoics remind us, no one can rob you of your peace unless you hand it over. In today's noisy world, inner calm is the rarest advantage. If this message resonated, give it a like and subscribe for more Stoic lessons. Stay Stoic, stay blessed, and thanks for watching.